All right, so let's talk about landscaping and improving your overall yard curb appeal to sell your home. How much does it help or not help? What's worth it? What's not worth it? Do you get your money back? Do you not get your money back? I don't think at any point in time this is a black and white answer for anyone. I think a lot of it's going to depend on the neighborhood, your neighbors around you, the price point that you're selling at. Overall condition of the home there, because you can't just have a crappy home, throw some nice landscaping around it, and it's going to sell, right? But so what I'll kind of get into, right? If it's a 400,000 and below home, landscaping is very minimal, right? Some good, nice, new black mulch, absolutely. Maybe some flowers put around there. Some stuff that helps push water away if you have some negative grading around the home, because that's going to get flagged. All that can be a big improvement for very, very little cost, and even just your time and effort. Or, of course, you can always hire it out. So I say that, right? It's very rarely, hey, we need to do this. We need to fully cut down a tree. We got to put some sort of weird exotic flower that no one can spell the name of it. I don't know that that's really a whole lot of the conversation I have with people that are, let's just say below 400,000. Now, once you start getting up there in price point, and especially you get into that almost seven-figure or into that seven-figure price point, you are dealing with a completely different type of client. The buyer that is buying it has a taste for the finer things in life. The last thing what they want to do is come in there and do anything to the home unless they feel they are getting an absolute steal of a value, right? And I get, again, not just a deal, a steal for a value. And it's so there's a good chance we have a listing coming up here in probably about a month in the Farragut area, about almost 1.3 million. And I went over to the listing appointment. We walked around, talked about everything. We're going to finish, touch up. I had a little bit of landscaping conversation. Seller called me back a day or two later, had some questions about doing some other landscaping improvements. And look at so many houses, right, that every day these houses, they do start blending together. So I said, well, let me come back over. And so I came back over. We talked through some things because now, like, one of the cool things, right, is you can use AI to, give you some different, I don't want to say models, but different ideas, I guess that's what we'll say, on things. And so she had that. And then as well, the seller was meeting with multiple agents. So, they were telling her to do all this stuff. And I get it. Like, the more you probably do to your home, meaning the more money you put into it, probably makes it easier for the real estate agent to sell it. So if you are a real estate agent, you're looking for a payday. You don't give a crap whether your client is spending, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, whatever, however much money into it to make the curb appeal go up, to make the home more appealing. You don't give a crap, because that helps you get paid quicker, because it's going to help the home sell. But I kind of look at things, and even with a little bit of the landscaping in a way, is like a 3-to-1. So what I mean is, every dollar that you spend, can you kind of get 3 in return? And there's a lot of ways to get that 3, but the way I look at it, if you can spend $1, get 3 in return, that makes sense. And you know what? Hey, even if something happens and you screw it up, odds are you might be able to at least get 2. So you almost doubled your money. And guess what? If you have a worst case scenario and it just goes totally wrong, you at least wash and get your money back. That's kind of the way that I look at that, a 3-to-1. And if I can't say you're going to get like a 3-to-1 return, I usually tell you not to do it, right? If it's going to prevent a buyer from offering on your home, if it's going to prevent them from getting a loan, something landscaping wise, and mainly you get into stuff like chipping paint, rotted wood, stuff like that in the exterior. We have those conversations. It's something you really got to do. And it's probably going to cost you some money, because that is stuff that you have to do in order to be able to sell a home, or some buyers can't get the financing on it. But I do think people can go too nice. I can tell you, have neighbors in my neighborhood that apparently have a relationship with their grass, and they just love each other because their grass is pristine, and they have like signs on it, says, no dogs on it, no kids playing on it. I'm like, what are we doing here? I could care less. I can tell you, all the homes that I've sold, I've never walked into, and I've helped people that are really big into landscaping and grass, and not at all. But I've yet to walk into a home or be somewhere like, man, I'd really buy this house, but the landscaping is just too bad because it's something you can very easily change. So that thought process has always been in my head whenever these people, however much time, energy, and effort that they spend on maintaining these pristine grasses. And sure, do people appreciate it? Yes, they appreciate it. But at the end of the day, an appraiser is not going to be out here, well, they got 17 flowers instead of 2 flowers up here, so I'm going to give them more value. It doesn't work like that.